Hello and welcome to the Watch Kaki channel, where we bring you all the good and honest watch reviews. In today's video, we are going to take a look at this one here, the Tudor BB58, and this will not be a full length review. I'm not going to show you, the specs and the prices and all that, because all these videos, they've been done to death. And in this video, I'm just going to share with you the things that I like about this watch and some of the things that I dislike about this watch. And here's a very big disclaimer: all these views that I've shared with you here, they are personal and you may not agree with them, but I'm just going to share with you what I think about this watch after spending a considerable amount of time with it. But before we go on to the likes and dislikes, let me just share with you a bit of background information on the BB58. And this watch here, this model here, it was launched back in 2018, and I would say it's been a runaway success because it's got a waiting list, and very different from other Tudor watches where you actually can get a slight discount at the dealers, authorized dealers that is. This one here, you have a waiting list, and if you're lucky, you get the call. When you go down to buy, you have to probably pay retail price for it. And such a strange phenomenon is only because the demand is just really high for this watch, and so much so that great dealers, they've been charging quite a good premium. I think close to 1,000 over the retail. And sometime in late March, I finally got to lay my hands on a brand new piece of BB58 goodness from the authorized dealer, the Hourglass. Thank you very much. So I'm going to share with you my thoughts on this watch and what makes it so nice in my opinion. And the first thing that I love about this watch here is that it is of the perfect size. Okay, it is just perfect size at 39mm case size, 12mm thickness, total thickness, and luck to luck at under 48mm. I think this is like the Goldilocks size. You can never go wrong with it. It fits people with big wrists. If you've got 8-inch, 8.5-inch wrist, it will look good on you. Alright, it will not look cartoonish because it's not a 35 or 34mm. And if you've got a smaller wrist like me, under 7-inch, 6.3, 6.5 inch, it will still look good. It will not look too big, it will not look cartoonish. So this is the wrist shot of the watch on my wrist. It is 6 3/4. You can see that it is perfect size. Alright, this is the sweet spot. Doesn't feel too big, doesn't look big, wears very well, hardly any lug gaps, and the overall thickness is very manageable, so you don't get to feel this being banged up at the doorways or at the shelves. And here's a slightly zoomed in shot, and you can see in comparison to the Seiko Samurai, so this is also a very popular watch among dive watch fans out there. So you can just see, at one glance, this is the much bigger watch. 44mm case size, case thickness is 13.5 versus 12mm. And we also have a comparison between the Tudor Black Bay and the Zin 556. So over here you can see that they're more or less the same size listed on the spec sheet. This is 39 versus 38.5, but if you look at the dial sizes, you will see that the Zin is actually slightly bigger, or rather it feels or it looks like it's slightly bigger. Okay, so this one here, the dial size, the crystal size is about 31.6, and over here at the Tudor, it's got a slightly smaller crystal size. I think it's about 31.3 if I'm not wrong. And the next thing that I like about the Tudor BB58, it is the in-house movement we've got here. This is the caliber MT5402, alright? It was developed specifically for the launch of this watch, the BB58. So it is essentially a thinner version of the Tudor in-house movement for the Black Bay series, and I would say this is the right way to do things. Alright, in many ways I think this is the movement that Tudor should have launched, without launching the 41mm versions, because those watches, they're just way too thick at close to 15mm. So this one here with this caliber MT5402, the whole watch comes in at a very manageable case height of 12mm. I think this really adds on to how this watch is so popular. So the movement here has got a 70-hour power reserve, and it is also COSC certified. So for in-house movement, a watch that is so well made at this price point, I think they've really hit the jackpot with this model here. And the next reason why I love the BB58 so much, what I think is such a great watch, is because of how versatile it is. Alright, this watch here is super versatile. It doesn't feel like it's, you know, a tool watch, or, you know, it doesn't feel overly dressy at the same time. I think you can wear this to any occasion. If you want to change things up a bit, you can change this up to a leather strap, and I think, you know, it will look very nice, kind of a dressy and old school look to it. And if not, just put it on the stock bracelet and it will just, you know, fit any occasion. I think you can even wear this with a suit, wear this with jeans, and I think you have no problems at all with regards to versatility. In fact, I'll go as far as to say that the Tudor BB58 could be that one watch collection that you've always been looking for. Alright, so for many of us out there, you know, it's always a first world problem of buying too many watches, and I dare say that this is a serious contender for the one watch that you ever need. So having shared with you the three main reasons why I love the BB58, I have to tell you that no watch is perfect. Alright, so like any other watch, alright, the BB58 has some features or some points that I'm not really a big fan of. And the very first reason why I dislike this watch is due to the polished sides of the case here. So I'm just going to share with you why I dislike, and you can see it from the first look. Alright, the polished case sides here, they, you know, they eat up, they take in all the fingerprints and smudge and all that like nobody's business. And it is also a scratch magnet. Okay, I'm going to share with you some of the scars that the watch has collected from doing nothing. Alright, so this watch here hasn't really left home. I wore it once for a haircut, and you can see that there's a sort of a scratch here. It's really annoying. Alright, I always baby my watches when I wear them, and I've just wiped this part here, so the moment I turn it around, you will see fingerprints and whatnots. It's only because of the polished surfaces here, and I really question why they went with polished case sides here on the Tudor. Alright, so even the 41mm one that I had a while ago, they had the same problem. Plenty of polished case sides here, and I think, you know, it is really annoying. So I'm going to share with you why I've always preferred brush finishes. Alright, so I've got a glycine here, and this watch here, I haven't worn this for the longest time. Okay, just take a look at the case sides here. Brush finish, really nice. Okay, I can run my fingers around the watch case here and it doesn't matter. Okay, doesn't matter at all. No smudge, no scratches. I've worn this about 4 times, I think, since buying it. Only 4 times, but it shows no signs of wear and tear at all. On the other hand, the Tudor, you know, with the polished case sides here, just a scratch magnet, fingerprint magnet, dust magnet, whatever magnet you call it. So I think it is a very easy thing. You just need to have a brush finish for this kind of watch. And the next reason why I dislike this watch is due to the lack of adjustments or micro adjustments in the clasp. Okay, so this is definitely better fit than the 41mm, but we are still lacking things like on-the-fly adjustments, ratcheting adjustments, quick adjustments, whatever adjustment. We've only got 3 micro adjustments here, and I don't think it's enough for anyone to get a very good fit. So, you know, I'm pretty lucky. I can get a very good fit here because I think sometimes you win, sometimes you lose when it comes to bracelet fit. So over here it's pretty okay for me, no complaints, but I'm sure there are some watch fans out there would have problems. So this watch here could definitely make do with more micro adjustment possibilities here, and I'll go as far as to say it probably needs half links as well. So there you have it. There was my quick sharing of what I like and what I dislike about the Tudor Black Bay 58. Now this watch here is a fantastic watch, alright? I think it should not be viewed as an alternative or a cheap cousin to the Rolex Submariner. I think this is a great watch in its own right, and those of you here who are looking for iconic watches, I'm sure in due time we're going to look back at this one and say that it is a classic. Alright, so if you like this watch here, if you like George, if you like the watch Kaki, please subscribe to my channel, come back here every week. I've got new videos uploaded every week just for you. Here's the Watch Kaki signing off. Bye bye. I think they've really hit the check. I think they've really hit the check